All right, so video number 2, and I'm also going to do kind of an origin story video. That one will end up being a little bit longer, kind of the story that got us to this point. But this is the inside of the building behind me. That is home for the next God knows how long. I jokingly tell Lisa it should be less than 4 or 5 years, but if it's any more than 4 or 5 months, it's going to be a stretch, but I'm reckoning like everything else, we'll get used to it. When we first started, this was just full of somebody else's trash, a whole house of boxes. Most of it went to the dump. We salvaged a few things that we'll try to sell online, buy, sell, and trade, Craigslist, stuff like that. So if you see anything you're interested in, let me know. I've still got to pick through the dirt and kind of get the foundation firmed up. So we're going to try this again where I turn you around and just point out some stuff. And camera's that way. So we're not going to go in the camper. Lisa's wore out from 2 days of driving, but I'm working on getting a raised platform here to put all of our stuff on that's going to be in storage, and then I'll just wrap the whole thing in plastic, and that's probably about the most watertight area of the building. Of course, minus that big hole, I've got to get something over that. Not a whole lot of rain out here though, so not a lot of worries that way. Brought the four-wheeler out on the last trip, and just a lot of course, odds and ends, and we got everything out of the car and the truck, and just kind of set it around and trying to get organized today. There's the happy juices. So for power, a lot of lumber here. I've gone through most of it. I think most of this stack here is probably going to get burnt for firewood. There's my little makeshift fire pit trash burning barrel. Power wise, until we get the house done, I'm not going to get electrical hooked up. Generator that came with the camper, but we found out it was not necessarily fun to walk outside first thing in the morning to start it up, because you have to have it running for us to run the coffee maker. So I picked that up from a guy down in Illinois for what I considered was fairly cheap, and it's got a remote start to it. So that means Mark doesn't have to run outside in his undies in a cold morning to start the generator so we can have our coffee. In addition to that, and since I want to have power in the other room that we'll go to here in a little bit, I bought a DeWalt power station with 4 9-amp-hour batteries. So I'm going to kind of play with that over the next week or so and see exactly how much power it gives me and how long it lasts. But everything I looked at online, I mean, one guy ran a refrigerator with it for I think like 6 or 7 hours. So I'll probably throw that into the camper configuration, run the generator to charge that, and then run the camper off of that. And I'm guessing I'm probably gonna have to run the generator about 3 hours a day, more or less. So just some more junk. If that's probably going to be firewood because it's too heavy to lift. There's another one over there and some bigger stuff. Had some decent tables. This is set up on end, but that was my work area when I was building the room we're about to go into. So I'll turn you around again. It does get a little dark in here because I don't have any lights in yet. But I built this for some extra space. It's outside dimensions 12 by 30. So we should have enough room in here. We'll set this up. I've got the insulation. I'm going to work on that this week once I kind of get stuff organized. So it'll be insulated, floors insulated already, and we'll have just some more space to spread out, and then eventually this will be my workshop that I can use year round if I want to fire up a heater in here. This is all going to be set up on running off the power station and propane. You got water run, and it's set up so I can shut it off here and it drains back into the pit that you saw a little bit ago. So I don't have to keep everything unfrozen. Not that it really freezes a lot out here. I think in January, I think there were 5 nights it dipped below freezing. One, it got pretty cold, but little switch in there. All I got to do is turn that. It'll drain back and not be an issue. So tasks for today are we got the generator up and running already. I've already started working on trying to get a flat platform here so I can get Greg's trailer unloaded so we can get it back to him in a timely manner. After that, I did snag a plug off of that camper. By the way, if anybody in the Penrose area happens to be watching this and you want a camper to scrap, I'll get out here with the sun backlit. 30-foot gooseneck. Looks to have a real solid frame on it. I found a plate on it that was, I think the last time it was registered was 97, so it's probably been sitting for 20 years. So if anybody around here is looking for one, make a good trailer, tiny home on the base, scrap the aluminum. So that's it for right now. I'm probably going to post these just to let everybody know what's going on. Like I said, I'll probably do an origin story video, but that one's going to be a little bit longer on exactly what took us from Iowa to Colorado. So I hope everybody's doing good. Take care. Love hearing from you. Thank you again for all the support. There's so many amazing people behind me that I'm just heartfelt about it. I appreciate all the support I've got, and I know I'm going to keep in touch with a whole lot of people. And hopefully once we get the house done, you can sit with me on our little patio that's going to be right over there, and the hot tub is going to be back there on the back side of the house, and have a drink and enjoy the mountain views. I think I'm tired of looking at that, and you just can't do it justice on a little camper like this. So hope everybody's doing well.